man once said, the last thing this needs is a fucking tune, because it's horrendous. Jim Bob's booked in his lovely Golf, which we stunning thing. Everybody loved it at Accelerate. It won actually got a shortlisted for a couple of things, to be honest. But yeah, us with our all-seeing eyes of what it was actually booked in for, which is a tune. The last thing it genuinely needed was a tune. Just spent a load of money on a engine rebuild that's pissing oil out all over the place and pissing coolant out all over the place, which he's obviously not very happy about. And then he booked it in for the tune, but then the ECU with that old, it runs off DOS. So got Jim Bob in, had the conversation about what we wanted to do, what we're aiming for, and yeah, it's obviously a nice cleaned out engine bay, so there's no wiring or very little wiring in the engine bay. There's even less now because I've ripped it all out. But yeah, so there's lots of more to do than we were expecting to do. We also then, he added on, it's got a towed alarm, so we've had to untowed it, that ended up being a day's work, because obviously it were all wrapped in and done at the same time as the standalone ECU was. So yeah, it's been a bit of a mess. So in short, that is the old engine loom, or part of it, because whichever brainiac did it had half the engine loom run this side and of the wheel arch and come out in this rat's nest, and then the other half came out here and went over the wheel arch and into that side of the rat's nest to join the fucking mess that is. Plus there's, like I say, water leaks because they've used too long a bolt, so that's not actually bottled up at all. And yeah, just for a show car, it's horrendous. And yeah, I mean, I'll send it up. I'll show you what some other bits that we found. So obviously I've untie wrapped all this, so some of this were held up. But that's part of the engine loom that runs at that side, over there. And this is the main loom here that joins in. But basically it runs over the wheel arch and then through into the scuttle panel. The main dangerous item that we found is the main power supply for the whole engine bay, and the starter motor runs underneath the gearbox. That's then stopped it rubbing through. They've basically put some old hose around it, which is again horrendous. So that's Corey sneezing if you heard that. So that's where we are. That's the old towed alarm that's been untowed. We're going to put that straight in the fucking dustbin. And yeah, that's where we are. This is the start of where we're going to go, and moving on and adding extra bits, because you always do when you do something like this. It's why are you there? Can you do with this? And why are you there? Can you do with that? So there's lots of that. So the price has gone from here for fitting a new standalone ECU to here because of the mess that's in. Because I don't want to fit another loom on top of this loom on top of whatever else is there. The only thing that we're not touching is inside the scuttle panel. I'll get it up to a point and leave it, and then that's a future project for him, which has been discussed and we're happy about, because God knows what all that is. But yeah, I'll retune you for the next episode, or a other episode about this, because it's quite an interesting little job of what you find on a show car that is well known out there of how cool it is and how good it is and everything else, and then under the little panels and the behind the dash and everything else is some really dangerous bits of wiring and stuff, which isn't ideal. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. I hope you tune in again. Please like and subscribe and share away. And like I say, I'm not slagging the car off. It's the people that's done certain things have routes they've gone down, whether it's been a case of they've got to a point and the previous customer wanted it back and it's just been bodged together, or that's all they have money to do, we'll bodge it together. I don't know, but we're doing it right because the rate's the only way to go. And that's the conversation we had. It, we're either do it right or find somebody else to bodge it again on top of what's already been done. But yeah, more wiring.